Hey, welcome back to Daily Flash. I'm Mitch along with Elizabeth Hart. She's a self-proclaimed love child of Oprah Winfrey, Richard Pryor, Bernie Mac, and Lucille Ball. That must have been one hell of a party, right?
Why weren't we invited?
Comedian KELLYE Howard, she wants to inspire and motivate anybody who comes or even listens to her shows.
And while she loves doing that, it's being a mom that brings so many real-life experiences to the masses. She joins us now from her hometown, Chicago, to let us know what mom really wants for Mother's Day. Please welcome to the show, comedian KELLYE Howard.
Hey, KELLYE! So glad to have you here. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
All right, before we get to finding out what moms really want, we want to know to get to know you a little bit better. Tell us a little bit about your career so far, KELLYE.
So I've been doing stand-up comedy for 15 years. It was kind of like a fluke. It wasn't like something I wanted to do. Somebody told me I was funny and was like, you should try stand-up. And I did. And so here I am 15 years later, still doing it. I've branched off into like acting and podcasting and stuff like that. And yeah, man, I'm just out here creating work. Now I'm working on a one-woman show right now.
And KELLYE, speaking of your podcast, I love the name. It's called Be Less Petty. What's it all about?
So it's really all about, it's a Be Less Petty comedy self-help podcast. It's about being less petty with your time, space, and energy, but in our own way. Like we don't kind of force our self-help message upon you. It's like, look at our lives and here's why you should be less petty, because we're petty and it's not good.
No, it's not. And why be petty about stuff? It's petty because it doesn't mean much. And why do we make it such a big deal? I appreciate that.
It's menial. It's small.
I need to make a long trip so I can listen to your podcast, all of them, all right? But you got some big news. You got some big news coming up in August. You were talking about it a second. Tell us about what's happening in August.
Yeah, I'm having my one-woman show at Steppenwolf here in Chicago called Crazy or Nah. Yeah, I'm really excited about that. It's basically a comedic questioning of this idea of how traumatic upbringing results to a certain type of adult, you know, and does that make me crazy or not? Okay. And so it's a lot of stories, storytelling, poetry, stand-up. It's really cool. I'm excited.
All right, so you have a lot going on, obviously, and congratulations on the show. That's pretty incredible. You also have two beautiful daughters. Tell us about them.
They are right. My daughters are actually really awesome. They're doing really well. They're college students now.
Wow.
Oh my God, that picture is so old.
That's amazing. I was looking through them all, and they're just beautiful kids. And
which ones are the daughters?
Yes, that's actually a very, very good point. But they also did really well in school, right? I saw one of those valedictorian, salutatorian, or something along those lines.
Yeah, they did. They both were. I'm in a blended marriage, as you can see. So my husband was a single father. I was a single mother, and our daughters were in the same grade when we met. They were 8 and 9 years old, and they graduated 8th grade valedictorian and salutatorian.
Wow. And
now they're in college at Columbia, and they're like doing really well, and they're given fields. And so, yeah.
I love that. It says a lot about you and your parenting, but apparently knows what moms.
Actually, I don't know if it does. It was a.
Do tell them. Tell us.
That was all my husband. I think I just kind of was like.
Oh, I love hearing that. That makes sense. I'd love to hear something like that.
So then the advice is marry well,
there
right?
You go.
Marry up.
Marry up. All right. I can learn from that. Tell us, Mother's Day's coming up. We got to find out, what do moms really want for Mother's Day? I mean, besides the, breakfast in bed on Sunday and nights to them, what do moms really want? Give us some advice.
We don't even want that. We don't want breakfast in bed. Like, we don't want that. We want to be left alone. Like, we don't want you to be at home at all. We don't want you near us. I mean, in all actuality, if you want to really, really give us something, how about some clean baseboards? Like, you know how much I would love to walk in and see a clean baseboard?
Right.
Okay. So looks like I'm going to be doing hand and knees, doing some cleaning, that sort of thing. Is it saying like, well, mom, I mean, how do you hint to them that you just want to be left alone without them feeling like, wow, mom doesn't really want to be around us? How do you do that sort of thing?
Oh, but see, that's the thing. It doesn't matter how you feel. It's my day. So even if you do feel like, oh, mom doesn't be around, you're right. We don't want to be around.
I'm being petty then, basically, right?
Exactly. Right. I think on Mother's Day, first of all, I feel like Mother's Day should be every day. Without me, there's no them. Okay?
Very good point.
It doesn't exist. But I get it, because I don't necessarily treat my mom, top tier every day either. So I get it. But on that particular day alone is the one day that we can justify saying no.
Okay.
I don't want to do that. I don't want to hear that. I don't want to go there. I don't want to eat that. I don't want to, whatever it is, it's justifiable. So on that day, if you want to get us a massage, get us one, but then leave us alone.
Leave us alone.
That's how the massage was. Wow. I don't want to tell you.
That makes it so much easier. I love this. Just leave you alone.
It's very true.
For more information, of course, we want to make sure that we get this out where folks can find out more about you. You can check out her website. It's KELLYE Howard. Kelly has an E at the end of it. You can check out her website, KELLYHoward.com. Her podcast is Be Less Petty, comedy self-help podcast. And her one-woman show, her first special taping, Crazy or Nah, it's going to be featured at the famed Steppenwolf Chicago, August 18th through the 21st. Kelly, thank you so much for joining us. You're so great. Will you come back on the show?
Oh, absolutely.
All right.
Absolutely.
Now that we know all about you, we want to find out more of your wisdom. Thank you so much for joining us. We got more Daily Flash coming up after this.